What is going on, everybody, and welcome back to another MLB The Show Pittsburgh Pirates franchise. We are here on episode number 12. Yes, number 12, and the Pirates are currently sitting first place in the division. I know, absolutely insane. We talked about it last episode, so we're not really going to cover too much. As we know, we are going to be taking on a pretty sizable opponent in the Atlanta Braves, so they're going to be coming at us with everything they've pretty much got. So before we get into that, guys, we're going to talk about each individual starting player and some of the bench players in the lineup. We're not going to cover the pitchers in today's video, just the position players, and kind of talk about how some of them are performing before we jump into the 4-game series against the Atlanta Braves. And taking a quick look at Kevin Newman, batting .328 average, 4 home runs and 20 RBIs on the season and 174 bats. Kevin Newman has absolutely been one of the go-to players for the Pittsburgh Pirates and has been an absolute exceptional leadoff hitter so far in the season. And in the number 2 spot so far for us is Brian Reynolds, the center fielder. The switch hitter has absolutely made dividends in the month of May. April was definitely a slow start, so it's good to see Reynolds starting to kind of warm up while the weather is also getting warmer. So hopefully Reynolds can keep that consistency and keep things rolling along. And our 3-hitter, young Ke'Bryan Hayes, really hasn't been the season his rookie season was in 2020. I know 2020 was a bit of a weird year, but Ke'Bryan Hayes definitely showed glimpses of being an absolute superstar. Not that he hasn't been playing decent ball right now, a .241 average. Definitely want to see that getting higher, but the power is there, and 6 home runs and 21 RBIs, so at least he's displaying something and kind of being pretty good. Also, the defense for Ke'Bryan has been exceptional so far. And Gregory Polanco's welcoming home runs of 7 so far to .245 average, starting to kind of pick up a little bit. He was down in the low 200s, so nice to see him kind of sitting in that middle range, starting to get the average up a little more. Had a couple 3-hit games. Nice to see Polanco finally performing, kind of putting him in the 4-hole because of the power. And taking a look at the number 5 hitter, Jacob Stallings. Do not run on Stallings. No steal. Stallings has been doing pretty decent behind the bat. Not something that we really are used to seeing from Stallings, but he's been mashing lefties. Has definitely cooled down a little bit since the beginning of April, but things are looking very good and good for Stallings. Colin Moran now, a pretty hot topic in the Pirates organization right now, debating on whether or not Moran could be a decent trade bait. Not really doing too well, but he does have a high ceiling, and we do know this. One of the guys that we ended up getting from the Houston Astros trade whenever we got Garrett Cole. So is it something that we really want to piece away with? We don't know, but we do have in AAA first baseman Diego Flores, who we ended up signing, turned out to be a top 50 prospect and has been absolutely killing AAA baseball right now. So definitely Moran's spot might be in a little bit of danger, and maybe towards that deadline might be able to sell him away and depend on how Moran performs. Next up in the 7th spot, we have Real Deal Neal. Had a little bit of an injury, missed a couple games, but he is back. .245 average on 6 home runs and 11 RBIs in the 94 ABs he has had. He has definitely shown glimpses of the former Pittsburgh Pirate kid he is. Again, you will see he is number 22 right now. We have since changed that, but in this video, he is going to be playing with number 22, and John Ryan Murphy is going to be 18. Just so you guys know, and don't yell at me in the comments section, I do apologize. I did miss over that, but it has since been changed, so hopefully you guys can bear with me there. But that is Neil Walker so far on the season. And not really much to talk about. Eric Gonzalez, only 61 at-bats, pretty much just replacing because of the Adam Frazier injury. He has been a utility middle infielder for us. Pretty much that's all he's been, is a decent backup. I don't really know what his future holds for Pittsburgh because we got a lot of stoppage and a lot of gaps in the middle infield. We have a lot of people in different spots that we can play, so Eric Gonzalez might be a guy that we might be able to ship as well as Moran. And Wilmer Difo in 24 ABs has been very solid, a .292 average, no home runs and 3 RBIs, hitting the absolute piss out of the ball every time it seems that I step up to the plate with him. We rip, so that is Wilmer Difo. So far, Danny Santana moving to the bench now, only a .190 average on the 2 home runs and 5 RBIs. Hopefully Danny Santana can start to come to form. We did sign him back in the free agency at the beginning of April for a 2-year deal worth $2.1 million per year, so hopefully Danny Santana can turn things around. Next up is Anthony Alford, and well, he's fast, I guess, and that's about all I can really say because a 138 average is not going to hold in the big leagues. Mr. John Ryan Murphy, JRM, with 3 at-bats, one of them being a home run, so keeping that hot power that he had in AAA over to the majors. Hopefully he can continue that stride and be a solid backup catcher for Stallings. And And last but not least, Todd Frazier hitting .283 on the 3 home runs, has been a solid pinch hitter for us. And pretty much that's where he's going to be, as the pinch hitter and a backup for the third first base. Most of the time he's only going to be playing first base in the age that he is, and just really has digressed a little bit in the fielding. So that is Todd Frazier, the Todd father. And taking a look at game number 1 against Atlanta, we were able to come out hot swinging the bats on 16 hits and 11 runs. Neil Walker picking up 2 home runs on the game on 6 RBIs, and Steven Brault would end up finishing as the winner here in game number 1. Taking a look at the box score, a lot of people were having some hot days. Gregory Polanco added an RBI on 2 hits. Colin Moran with a 3-hit night, 3 RBIs and 2 runs. So that is also not to be undermined from the performance that Neil Walker had, though. 5 at-bats on 5 hits, 6 RBIs and 2 runs. Colin Moran, Neil Walker, all those guys were performing very well. Also, side note, Wilmer Defoe notched 2 hits as well, so the bats definitely were looking very good. The pitching performance was about how we thought. Bullpen did pretty good. Stamont came out. He pitched a solid inning. Stratton, though, did get lit up, and that was a bit of a worrisome. That was the only guy really in the bullpen that didn't do that well. Austin Davis, again, came out really good. He's been improving to be a very solid lefty. He struck out 3 batters in an inning and a third. And then Richard Rodriguez actually ended up getting a save in just a third of an inning, so he's going to get his first save of this series in his 15th. And ladies and gentlemen, we are underway here in game number 2 in the series against the Atlanta Braves, playing here in Truist Park. The Pirates are 24-19 against the Atlanta Braves, currently sitting at 23-21. Ozzie Albies there, one of their better performers so far in the season, trying to make things done for the Braves against a nice rival. We might be able to see this as a playoff contestant. Pitcher we would be facing is Touki Toussaint. Only an 0-1 record in just 20 innings, has not been the best so far. A lot of walks, and that whip sitting at near a 2. ERA not looking too pretty as well. First batter he would face is Kevin Newman. He's going to get him swinging and a missing, so Newman down on strikes. Not the best start here for the Pirates. Brian Reynolds would be the next batter on the 0-2 count, but this starts a little better. This one's hit high and deep and way out of here. Brian Reynolds gets all of this one, and that one is a huge home run, his 5th of the season, finding power so far this season. 418, that was a huge bomb for Brian Reynolds, trying to get some pace going here and keeping this winning streak alive. Next batter up would be Ke'Bryan Hayes. He's going to rip one, and this one has a lot of velocity on it. It's going to get over the head of the left fielder, off the wall, and he is going to be in there for a double. Ke'Bryan Hayes looking good. That is going to be Hayes' 9th double so far of the season. Next batter, Neil Walker, is going to softly ground this one out to Ozzie Albies, and it is 2 away here in the first inning. Now up, Colin Moran's going to hit this one on the ground to the first baseman. Also, a side note to mention, Freddie Freeman is down on injury, so he is not going to be on this series. He's going to be out 1 to 2 months with a fractured wrist, as the Pirates are going to be throwing right-hander Mitch Keller, averaging about a strikeout an inning. Keller has been pretty good, and this is the performance that we want to see out of the young prospect arm of Mitch Keller, who really in the first couple major league seasons has not panned out too well. But this one, that curveball panning out very well, as he's going to get his first strikeout in the first batter he faces. Now up, Dansby Swanson. He's going to hit this ball well to center field. Brian Reynolds is camped under it. So Mitch Keller's first 2 batters he faces are both go down pretty easily. And Marcell Ozuna, see ya later. Goodbye. That is 2 strikeouts so far in the first inning of work for Mitch Keller. Now up, Wilmer Defoe, the 7 batter in the game. He's going to line this one up the middle. Defoe, like we said, hitting the ball very, very hard. That's something that we've seen since calling him up due to the Adam Frazier injury. He's just been performing very well. Danny Santana in for Gregory Polanco today is going to find himself a hit. Good to see Santana trying to bounce back from the low average and things not really going his way. 1 away now. Mitch Keller's going to try to lay down a bunt. They are going to get Santana at first for the fielder's choice, but they will not get Keller, who can run pretty decent down the line. And Newman tries to flare this one and get over the head of Albies, but it is a routine pop out here in the second. Now up, Mitch Keller. 0-2 count against Acuna. See you later, Acuna. Acuna Matata, we will see you later. And it means no worries here for Mitch Keller with his 3rd strikeout of the game so far. A ground out now in the second will apply the 2nd out of the inning. And then Christian Pache, Gold Glove Brian Hayes gets him going, and you will take a look at the standings now. Atlanta not performing the worst baseball, 7.5 games out of first place, but New York Mets are on fire, 30-13. They are the best team in baseball right now, so look out for them. And Josh Tomlin will come in. The Atlanta Braves decided to kind of do a little bit of the Tampa Bay Rays bullpen strategy and bring in a bunch of different relievers, trying to see if it pays off. Brian Hayes is going to hit this one high and deep to center field, but nothing is going to come from that one. 2 away so far here in the third inning. Neil Walker, full count now. That one's down the middle. He's going to make things happen. This one going to carry well over the wall near the Chick-fil-A sign. Neil Walker wearing 22 in respect to Andrew McCutchen today. That's what we're going to use for that one. Don't worry. 428 feet over the wall, and we will see you later. That one out of here, 2-0. This one is going to hit Johan Camargo as Mitch Keller tries to work through the third inning here. Jake Lamb, next batter, slider does not break in, but Jake Lamb wanted all of it. Let's go fishing. I don't think he caught anything. 4th strikeout now for Keller. Ozzie Albies, opposite field. Albies trying to be the good hitter that he can be. That's going to fly out. 3rd inning in the books so far for the Berg, leading 2-0. Heading back into the bottom of the 4th, where Mitch Keller faces Dansby Swanson, and a nice running play here for Danny Santana, trying to get things going here as 1 away. This one's going to be up the middle. Ozuna trying to do what he can and produce for his team, as things are quiet so far in the home team. This one runs away. Acuna is going to get hit, a guy that does get hit a lot. This one not intentional, unfortunately for him, that Keller feels horrible and not trying to allow Acuna to make sure he knows that that was not intentional, as this one going and carrying to Santana, so the hit by pitch and the base hit do not come across to hurt us, as it is 2-0 still, as Tyler Matzik will be the next reliever that the Atlanta Braves end up going to here. Matzik, a solid pitcher with a 1.06 ERA, very low opponent average. Brian Hayes hits this one. Third baseman does make the stop. A close play, but Brian is just able to dig this one out with 2 away in the 5th. He's going to try to run and steal. Neil Walker would be up to the bat, and nothing going there, as he's going to get picked off. A nice throw by the catcher there. Mitch Keller now in the 5th. Strikeout, 2 away in the 5th now. That is his 5th strikeout, so still on that, averaging a strikeout an inning. Keller looking solid, not allowing a run, and this one is going to be in for the left fielder Neil Walker. 6th inning for Keller. This one hit hard, but caught by Danny Santana. Things looking good, trying to keep things moving. You will see the standings here. Pirates, if they win this one, will be a whole 1 game up against the Chicago Cubs, who did end up losing earlier. So pending this game, we will see what happens. This one, though, Dansby Swanson, Dansby hitting one in the gap, and that is going to be a triple for Dansby Swanson as he gets in there. That is going to be Dansby Swanson's first triple of the season for him. He has been off to a very slow start, so the Braves liking to see that, and what we're liking to see, Ozuna, the only thing you can do is walk into your dugout. 6th strikeout now for him. Acuna makes him pay. That is going to be the first run for the Braves with 2 away in the 6th inning. Keller is going to get then pulled for Chris Stratton, trying to make things work. A lot of strikeouts for Stratton out of the bullpen in 24 innings. He is going to strike the batter out, and Michael Feliz would then come in to try to settle things down, as we got some games to work. Bottom 7. This one hit on the ground. Kevin Newman, make yourself a play. That's Christian Pache, and he's going to ground out. Now up, Johan Camargo, swing and a miss. See you later. Michael Feliz settling in. Now with 2 away, this ball, Rake Lamb is going to hit this one deep into that gap. Danny Santana gets to it quickly. He is not going to allow for this one to be any more than 2 bases, but danger is in Jason Kipnis. He's going to hit this one, a little seeing eye single. They do not challenge the run, so now runners at the corners here late in this one. Ozzie Albies does what Ozzie Albies does. That is going to be a game-tying single for Albies late in this one. 1, 2 away in the 7th. Feliz still trying to get out of it. Dansby Swanson aggressively slamming the bat. Surprised he doesn't get ejected, as Feliz will get out of the 7th inning, and trying to find the groove here is Kyle Crick, and my goodness, the stats for Kyle Crick matching that, if not better than the reliever of A.J. Minter that they threw in earlier. He would then get the first batter to fly out. That is Danny Santana in right, trying to get that one. Acuna next batter on the 0-2. Santana staying busy out in the outfield, out number 2. Now up, Travis d'Arnaud. See ya later. That's Kyle Crick, baby. We'll see ya down the crick. And that one, Neil Walker, 4-hole. Luke Jackson would be the pitcher here for his second inning of work. The 2-2 count now. Colin Moran. This one is going to go over the head of the right fielder. And right there probably would have scored Walker, but he kind of had to stay a little hesitant. Wasn't sure if the play was going to be made. Regardless, there is no one away on runners and second and third now for Jacob Stallings. He's going to hit the absolute hell out of this ball. That one in the gap in the 9th, and it is going to be a 2-run lead here late for Pittsburgh, trying to get something going and face the Atlanta Braves. That's Stallings' first double of the season. Walker would then move on and try to get something going. Newman is going to fly out. Bases are loaded, 2 away. Not going to challenge anything. So bases loaded. Brian Reynolds hits one high and deep. This one is not going to have enough on it, and that is going to end the inning. But not before 2 come across. Will Smith, not the best player to have out there right now. Shortstop is going to make the play here is Kevin Newman. Richard Rodriguez would be the pitcher. As you see in saves, he's got 15. That is for third place, trying to get his 16th save, as he has been an absolute saving grace here in Pittsburgh so far. As this one to the second baseman, now 2 away, 1 more, and Rake Lamb cannot get it done. This ball game is over. Ladies and gentlemen, the Pittsburgh Pirates are going to be taking a 4-2 victory in game number 2, celebrating the first place settlement and trying to keep things grooving. Pirates looking good as we head into the next couple games in the series. So let's see what we can do here in the rest of the series now. And now taking a look at Game 3 matchups, it was a close one, a 2-1 score. Offense just could not get things going. Cody Ponce was pretty solid, only struck out 1, but still 6 solid frames from Cody Ponce. Didn't walk anyone, just allowed the 2 earned runs. Will Smith does walk away with his 12th save of the season for the Braves. Kristen Pache gave us a little bit of trouble. He was 3 for 3 with a double and a run scored. And then, of course, Marcell Ozuna and Ronald Acuna also were both players that we had pretty much struggles on. The only run that we did get one across was Danny Santana. He went 1 for 3 with the 1 home run and just the 1 RBI. Brian Reynolds, Defoe, and Newman all added doubles though, so 4 of the 5 hits for the Pirates did go for extra bases, so that is something kind of good to see, that at least whenever we are getting our hits, they are for extra bases, and we're getting more opportunities for our players to have runs in scoring position. And we are here in the final game of the series against the Atlanta Braves and the Pittsburgh Pirates. It has been a good series so far. So far, the Pirates taking 2 of the 3 games so far, trying to get a 3-1 series win against the Atlanta Braves, another strong competitive team, possibly even a playoff team. And maybe the Pittsburgh Pirates, if we can keep our winning ways, will head right into the postseason with teams like the Atlanta Braves and the New York Mets within this division. Max Fried is going to be the pitcher. You can see Fried so far on the year has been pretty solid for Atlanta, one of the key components of their rotation right now, and it's really looking nice to see that the prospect Fried has really started to come around, as the first couple years for him were a little bit weird in his season. First batter he will face is Kevin Newman, who is going to fly out. Taking a look at the Pittsburgh Pirates starting lineup for today, we got a couple people replacing some players. John Ryan Murphy is one of the notable guys, just getting called up from AAA. 1 for 3 so far in the major leagues with 1 home run, so John Ryan Murphy trying to develop and stay as one of the catchers in the Pirates lineup. Also, we got some people like Eric Gonzalez going to be getting some chances against the lefty. Being with the lefty in there, we also are going to be taking Brian Reynolds out. He needed a much days needed rest, so Anthony Alford is going to be playing center field. Batting in the 8th spot are some of the notable players. Again, Kevin Newman, players like that staying consistent and staying very, very good. Chad Cole, believe it or not, even as a pitcher, has ended up finding a couple hits, so it's always good good whenever we have Chad Cole as our pitcher, knowing that he can maybe even get a couple base hits for us in the season, as he's batting 308. Batter up would be Eric Gonzalez, and he is going to line this one up the middle for a nice base hit. So far in the first inning, already with a runner on, something that we do very well. Ke'Bryan Hayes is now going to hit this one right past the shortstop and the third base gap there. That's going to be a base hit. Runners now at first and third. Gregory Polanco is going to hit this one very far and very deep, but just to the right fielder, and that one is not going to get the runner over to third either. So right now, John Ryan Murphy recently called up, and this one going well deep and well over the wall. That one, believe it or not, a second deck shot from John Ryan Murphy, an absolute bomb in the first inning, going 407 feet, 106 miles an hour. So John Ryan Murphy, 2 for 4 so far to start off his MLB 2021 season with the Pirates, and 2 of those hits are for home runs. So John Ryan Murphy proving to be a huge part of the offense for the Pirates. And the pitcher that we stated, Chad Cole, is going to be pitching for us, a sub 3.19 ERA, looking very good, getting the innings, not really racking a bunch of strikeouts, but is still giving us the innings we need, as the first batter he's going to face is Ozzie Albies, who will ground out to the third baseman Ke'Bryan Hayes, playing in the shortstop spot. Next up, a little chopper, that's John Ryan Murphy. He has time to make that out. 2 outs away for Chad Cole, starting things off hot. Marcell Ozuna, next batter up. He's going to line this one down the line. That's going to be at least 2 bases for him. Tries to get the run in quick, or the ball in quickly, but that is going to be a double for Marcell Ozuna. Ball does get away from Chad Cole, so with Ronald Acuna up 2 away, there is a runner in third base. Full count now, and a little bit of a misread by the left fielder. He does not get this one. Acuna is going to go in there for a single, an RBI single. So Atlanta trying to fight back after the big inning from the Pirates, but this one Acuna tries to steal, and John Ryan Murphy, the solid defensive catcher, has been displaying power. He will also throw the runner out. Now up Anthony Alford, he's going to walk and give the Pirates a chance to have some speed on the bases. Good thing with him is that at least when he gets on base, he likes to run, and with the 0-0 count, this pitch a curveball, not in time. Alford is going to steal second base. That is his 3rd stolen base of the season so far. Alford 1-1 now against Newman. He's going to swipe third as well, so 2 stolen bases early for Alford, trying to get the offense going. Newman is going to flare this one to right field, so although the 2 stolen bases from Alford made it interesting, no runs do come across. Back up to Chad Cole, 3-2 count for him. This one's going to bleed into center field and get in front of the center fielder, as this is an infield single for the batter Jackson. Now up a nice bunt by the pitcher, and just in time, Chad Cole covering. That's going to be out number 1 here in the 3rd. Ozzie Albies is going to hit this one hard, but right at right fielder Gregory Polanco. So there is 2 away in the 3rd. Now Dansby, he's going to hit this one. Chopper, Ke'Bryan cuts it off in front of the shortstop, makes a strong throw, inning over. Heading into the top of the 4th with 1 away, Colin Moran is now going to get plunked and give us a chance to have a runner on the bags for Danny Santana. And Santana is going to hit this one deep in the gap. There's going to be at least a chance to maybe score Moran. They decide to hold him. Runners at 2nd and 3rd now from the gap shot there. Anthony Alford is going to be the batter. He hits this one to shallow center field. Center fielder is able to make the play. Runners will not advance. Now Chad Cole up to bat. He's just going to line this one to the shortstop Swanson and get out of the inning. This one, Ozuna hits well and deep, and this one is over the wall. Marcell Ozuna is going to add a home run to his total, currently with a double and a home run already in this game, trying to do all the offense he can for the Atlanta Braves, trying to keep things interesting, as the next guy that he will face is Christian Pache. Had a good series against the Pirates in the last game. This one, he will fly out to end the 4th inning. Nothing going besides the home run, as Cole trying to enter into the 5th. He will get Camargo to chase on a sinker. Nice pitch there, as he's going to notch his 2nd strikeout. Alex Jackson now up. Did reach base before. This time he is going to ground out to the 3rd baseman Hayes. Max Fried now up, and he is going to ground out from a strong throw from Eric Gonzalez. 5 frames, only allowing the 2 runs. John Ryan Murphy is now up. We've seen what he did in the first inning before, taking another look at it. High fastball up there, and Murphy did not miss, absolutely mashing this one into the second deck. A great thing to see this inning here. He's going to hit this one high and deep. This is a laser shot, but Acuna at the track is there to make the catch. A nice ranging play from Acuna as Colin Moran is going to try to flare this one in there, but Dansby is good enough to make the play. Is this one moving along? Colin Moran grounds out to him, and that's going to be one away here in the 6th. Swanson now up. He's going to hit this one hard. Gonzalez makes an early dive. Not going to get there. It's an infield single from Swanson as runners are on. This one hit very well. Marcell Ozuna, that's in the gap. This is going to at least score Swanson, and now Ozuna is going to third as Polanco had some trouble out there in the outfield. Looked like the Bad News Bears didn't look good. Derek Shelton is going to pull the pitcher, Chad Cole. Kyle Crick would come in. Ground out, is not going to score that go-ahead run. They're going to take their chances with the next batter, Austin Riley, who is then going to fly out here in the 6th inning and make things a tied ball game. Are Ozuna doing it all? This one, Danny Santana, he will. Moving into Anthony Alford, trying to get something going. He's going to lay down an absolute beautiful bunt. Runners will be at first and second now. A great play there. Not expecting it. Tied game as Wilmer Defoe is the pinch hitter, having a great season so far since getting called up for the replacement for Frazier, hitting .297 on the season. He's going to take that one up and away as this is going to be bases loaded now for Kevin Newman. Hits this one, and it will drop in front of the right fielder. Alford is fast enough to score the whole way from second as it'll be a 5-3 score. Pirates looking to do damage, and do they ever. Gregory Polanco, down low changeup, does not miss this one, going off the chop house in right field. That one 403 feet. Polanco's 8th home run of the season, looking really strong here in this one as John Ryan Murphy would be the next batter. He would ground out here in the 7th to end the inning. Now up Danny Santana in the 8th. He hits one that Riley is not going to be able to field, so he's going to notch another single. Good to see Santana getting some efforts there. Alford, another one with a struggling season so far. He's going to find his 2nd hit of the day. And now Todd Frazier, he's going to line this one. Bases full of buccos yet again in the inning. Thought about trying to go home with Santana, but he does hold. Kevin Newman with one away, though, is going to ground into the double play. So nothing coming across. 8-3 is the score, one away, and this one is over in Pittsburgh. Rodriguez going to come in just to get the innings of work. Derek Shelton's crew looking very strong. Eric Gonzalez and Newman celebrating. Things are looking good for Pittsburgh here, as this is going to put us well in first place in the division. And all of a sudden, do not blink, but the Pirates are certainly becoming a competitive ball club as we're heading late into May. Things are starting to settle. Will they be able to keep this hot streak going into the playoffs, or not the playoffs, the All-Star break? Coming up is going to be the draft here very soon. A competitive team for sure. Also to note, Marcell Ozuna did hit for the cycle. I didn't want to show it too much, but Ozuna did end up hitting for a cycle, but really was the only offense for the Braves in this one. Pirates do win it 8-3. If you guys did enjoy today's video, be sure to leave a like, comment down below, and if you enjoyed today's video, please subscribe for more amazing content, because only you can make this channel a difference.